Hey, what's up? So I got a question, and one of the questions was, what is the core? Can you explain what the core is? And that's a great question because a lot of times people are confused by what they think the core is. So I'm going to break it down so you understand how to activate your core. Here it is. Your core is not your abs, right? So this is what a lot of people think. This is sometimes a misnomer, but really, it's really just a matter of semantics. Like when sometimes I'll say core and I mean your abs, right? So it's interchangeable. But if we're really getting clear on what the core is actually from here down to here, right? And everything in between, right? Squats are a core exercise. Bench press are a core exercise because you're utilizing the entire core. Now your abs are a specific set of muscles. There are 4 muscles. There's the internal, external obliques. Those are for rotation. And then you have the rectus abdominis, which is spinal flexion. And then you have the most notorious one that a lot of people have a hard time firing is what's called the transverse abdominis. And they're all working synergistically, they're all working together, you're never just firing one individually, right? But the transverse abdominis a lot of times is weak on a lot of people, and that's where like you poke them and they're just like floppy there, right? And they can't even connect their mind to their body. So one technique that I always teach people, which is very powerful, and you can do this right now, is just cough, right? And you consciously, you automatically will fire your abs when you do that. And so this is very important because when you go to do a row or when you go to do a push-up, your abs and your transverse abdominis should be firing, your glutes should be firing, your whole body should be activated. And when you do the row and you transfer energy throughout your body, up through the floor, into your core, into your abs, and then you do the row, you're now taking pressure off your joint and you're activating the muscles more, so you're getting less injury, more results, right? So pretty simple. So here's an example. So just so you understand, if I'm weak and I'm transferring energy through the floor up my body and this chain is weak and it's not firing, right? The energy is going to dissipate into other areas. Whereas if you're connected with your mind and your body, you're going to send the energy up through the core, strong connection, energy goes here, you lock the shoulder back, and then you pull and do the row, and voila, you're now lifting more weights, you're activating your muscles more, you no longer feel joint aches and pains, especially when you squeeze the handle. This is a big issue for a lot of people. They're not squeezing the weights, and therefore all the force goes into their joints. It doesn't fire up their nervous system. So, core is from here all the way down to about where your thigh starts, and the area in between. Your abs are 4 specific exercises: rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, external and internal obliques, and they're all working at the same time. You still want to activate your core. So when we say core, we mean your glutes, right? We mean your abs. We mean all the area in between. You're firing those muscles. When I say your abs, I mean specifically transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, obliques. Rectus abdominis is the 6-pack that everybody's looking for. So the band around your belly is the transverse abdominis. All right, think of it like a belt. It's actually like holding you in. And the goal for your abs are to protect your organs. So when sometimes we say fire your abs, people suck in. That's the opposite of what you want to do. That's why coughing is a good tool, because coughing actually forces your abs to fire because it protects your organs. All right, so I hope you found this helpful. This is core and abs and what the difference is.